Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of an Aussie Farming in the Philippines. G'day. G'day, you bastards, how are you? Well, not much storm happening our way, so that's pretty bloody good. It's just been like this all morning, you know, all morning, just, that's it. Today, right, so what I'm doing is I am going to be making up the lovely patty mix, the burger patty mix. Yum. So I got 7 kilos here, just over 7.2 kilos. Now what I use, I've just done all my calculations out. What I like to use, see this one here, the Weber Gourmet Burger Seasoning. Now you mix this up with 2 teaspoons to the pound. So what you're looking at is about 2.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of that, looking at 4.5 teaspoons to a kilo. So I've had enough in my container with that, plus my added spices of salts and peppers and a few other chili stuff. It's given me actually what I need for this 7 kilos. So it's 7 kilos, so it's 7.2. That won't be too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull all this meat out. I'll get this seasoning spread all the way through it so it can soak up in all the meat. Then I'm going to put it through the mincer. Then it'll come out lovely, and then I can make them all into patties. Now I found that 100 gram patties work absolutely perfect, especially when you've got a English muffin bun or one of those Ronald McDonald little McMuffins, those little muffins, or the English muffin or something like that. A 100 gram fits perfectly. And if you do it a fried egg on toast, that works as well. Oh, big yawn just came out of me then, that fucked me up. Right, so that also gives me now, it still gives me a nice packet here to make normal mince, which would be, that's nearly 3 kilos. So it's nearly 3 kilos there, I'll make of normal mince. So that, and I'll put those into small packets, 500 gram packets as well. So this is all our pig. I wanted a lot so I could make sausages and patties, but I found the patties, everyone's after the patties. William, let me have your patties. William, give me your patties. William, give me your patties. And it's like, well, you know, you got to do what the customers want, guys. You got to do what the customers want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all these out, to get it more defrosted down a little bit more. Get my special herb mix on there. Might put a little bit more of the red stuff in there, just to give it a little bit of a boof. And we have our patties. Got to be happy with that, guys. I tell you, they are bloody yummy. Ask Bob the butcher, Bob the builder. Ask him. Right guys, so I had to get the big knife out. So it's quite good, it's at that defrosted stage where it's frozen, but it's not that rock hard, and slices through it quite nicely. So all this just sliced up quite sexy, look at that. So all that will go in. So what I've done, like I said, this one here, I'll put it down in the description below, this the gourmet burger mix, and I'll also put down the patty maker machine and the papers and all that stuff. And all I do is add salt, pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika extra is what I add to it. So what I do is, while it's like this, I'll just give this a full coating look. Sprinkle it all on before it goes in the mincer. Before it goes in the mincer. And I got this technique from Andres Martin in Germany. I'll put a link at the end of this of him making sausages. I'll tell you, he does an incredible job, guys. An incredible job. Right, look at that. So I put all that in here. It seems a lot, but you've got to remember, it's all got to be mixed all the way through yet. It's got to be mixed all the way. There we go. So now, offer the camera into the hands and give it a good mix up. Right, time to put it in. So it's all coated fully. Like that. Now, I like to use the larger holes. I like to have the mince, so it's just a little bit chunky. Is what I like it. The thin mince doesn't go well. So what I do is put it through this, and then I'll quickly put it through again the second time, and it'll come out the right texture. So let's get into this. Right guys, so that's the first one. Now, remember, one thing I forgot to tell you, stick this in the freezer first, your ends in the freezer so it's nice and cold. And then when you work with your meat, work fast with it. If it starts to defrost too much, it will go all gooey, and that's what you don't want. So this will be the second match now. Go in. Look at that. Perfect. Absolute perfect. Same setting, exactly the same. Exactly the same setting, and that's how it comes out. Absolutely perfect. Makes a lovely patties, guys. It really does. Right, I need 2 hands for this. Ha 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 ha. Right, guys. So there we have it. All done. Still nice and cold. Absolutely beautiful. And I tell you, this will make gorgeous patties up. They really are. Trust me, you want to try that mixture. You really do want to try it. If you've ever got a big machine like this, you can do it with your KitchenAid, with your mixer, with your mincer attachment onto it. But remember, keep your meat frozen. Cut it up into small bits and just feed it in, and you won't have an issue with it. Don't do your meat where it's unfrozen, where it's defrosted out, because it goes all mushy gushy. Yuck. Right, that's this one done. Right, guys, so this is the pure pork I've just put through, and as you can see, this is the first run through. It comes up absolutely gorgeous. This is the pure. You can see the difference in the colour. This one with all the spices and yummies, but this one is just straight pure. So I'm going to whack this one through now, and let's get back to this one. Okay, all done, guys. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is the pure mince. This is all high grade quality. All this, there's no crap stuff in this stuff here. It's all high grade. This is the one with the Hamburger mince seasoning. This is the plain one. So this will go into 500 gram kilo packets. This one here, and be frozen down. And these ones here will go into patties. Plus, some of them will go into 500 gram packs as well, for when people want to make like little meatballs, like spaghetti and meatballs, things like that. Then they can just defrost a 500 gram pack, turn them into little balls, and that's it. No flour, egg, there's nothing in this at all, just the seasoning only, and they form and they stay together, and it's absolutely gorgeous, darling. Right, when I get to the end of this, what I always do is, there's 2 things you can do to get the last of the meat out. You can stick some bread in there, some bread crust, and that will push it out, which mixes well with the meat anyway. Or one that I like doing, I use ice cubes. I've got some big ice cubes. They're 3 inches long by inch square type thing, inch by inch by 3 inches, and I'll just put 2 of those in there, and that will just push the whole lot straight back out. And adding the ice to that helps it anyway, so it's not too bad. So you can either use bread or you can use ice. It doesn't matter, and blocks are fine. It works fine. All right, guys, I've got to clean up. So I've got the aircon on now, because even though it is cool with that big storm coming around, I've got the aircon on up there. So I'm going to leave this, and now I'm going to strip this down, give this a good clean up all my workspace, and then we'll start again. Back at you. It's nice and clean, you beauty. Now, so at the end of this video, I'm going to put Andres Martin down, and he's one on making sausages. Now, he gets mince. He does that same type of thing like I'm doing now, but he makes sausages from it, and he shows you how to sharpen the blades on these things here. All the blades are all in here with different sizes. Now, he shows you how to do all that stuff. So have a look at the link for Andres Martin in Germany. It's going to be up here. Right, so here we go. Out with the micro scales. If you're going to get some scales, guys, get the ones that goes down into grams, and it goes into point grams. Okay, so it's 1.3, 1.4. Get it down to the smallest you can, and that is what you need for when you do measurement of your spices and things like that. So you want to go into grams, and so if you want to have 6.5 grams, you can set this on. It'll go to 6.5. That's what you're after, is a set of scales, right, that has the grams, but not in units of 1, is 0.1. What the hell's, what's them turkeys doing? The turkeys on bloody drugs. Running around like bloody idiots. Idiots. Right, so scales, get a good set. Get the set to come down into 0 grams. Like this one here, for example. Okay, this is one that Chick brought online for me, and the same thing, she said, what type do you want? And I had to stress to her that I wanted it to go down into 0 grams. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 grams. That's what you need. So this pack up into 500 grams, which is half a kilo. This is what half a kilo looks like. This is before, this is after, and they pack up quite nicely and stack really good in the freezer. And that makes a really good spaghetti bolognese, some meatballs, or anything like that. Right, I'll get into these and pack them up. Okay guys, so that's done. So now all I have to do is put the food handling sticker on. This is how to handle your food properly. keep it at the right temperature, keep it refrigerated, do this, do that, always be nice to an Aussie farming in the Philippines, all that type of stuff. It's all printed on there. So so what I ended up getting was 500 gram bags, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of 500 grams, half a kilo each, and one bag here of 375. So that will go into here, so I know it's different, and it's a white bag. So they're white and they're green, 500 each, 500 grams each. So it turned out quite well. So that's done. Now clean up and get stuck into this one. Bastards! A lot of work, guys. Right, guys, so the one thing, very important, keep everything clean, hygiene, guys. You don't want any salmonella poisoning or anything like that. So what I use is a bit of bleach, give it a really good wash down like this, and then I come over it, see old bleaching, and then I'll come over it with the paper towel, clean it all off. Then I can just lay the meat patty straight down onto this plastic. So remember, keep everything clean for God's sake. Right, guys, all done. Seriously, keep everything clean. Keep it clean and you will stay healthy all the time. Right, so I've got my little bucket here of this lovely mince. Yeah. So what I do is I weigh it all out into 100 gram balls, and I'll actually just line all this up. And then I'll put them through the patty press. That's what I'll do. So to start with, I'll just make them all into 100 grams and I'll get back to you. Right, guys, finished doing all to 100 grams. That's given me 70 of the buggers. So that's turned out quite good. So normally I use my press, which I'll show die. Right, guys, so this is the press that I use. This is the Weston press, burger press. It's a single press. I normally screw it down onto the board. And it's quite easy. Just put a piece of paper down. Now the papers you have to order separate. I'll put that all in the description down below. So just put your paper down below, put your meat on top, and now these ones are smaller. Now when I make them 150, they turn out perfect, but I have to use something different today. So this just goes down like this. Lock in. Okay, close this down, 1, 2, 3, and there you have your patty. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that's how we do the patties. But for the English muffin, we want them actually smaller to fit the muffin. So what I actually do is I made up a mould out of a noodle container. Yes, and see the difference on the size. See the difference. So what actually I do with these is I make these ones up so they fit the muffin perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'll show you on this one. So put this meat down inside. Okay, give them a pat down. Voila. I'll use my press after. And then twist and off. And there we have the perfect muffin size. This one's good for a bigger burger. But 150 gram, this size turns out well, and it's much thicker, of course. It's 1/3 thicker. But that's how we make the patties on the farm, guys. So I'm going to get stuck into these, making these, and I'll come back to you in a minute. Well, more than a minute. It's a lot to make. 80 the bastards. Right, guys, all done. Voila! Yippee! So I've got them all in the freezer now, and they're all going to firmen up. Yes, they've got a complete shelf all to themselves, the little bastards. So they're going to firmen up nicely, and then I'll package them all up. But I'm going to let them firm up overnight and package them all up tomorrow into packets. So I'm going to say TTFN. It's now 4:20, and I've got to go and feed all my babies. So I had to get all this done first, because you can't mix hygiene with birds, of animals and all that shit. You can't do that shit. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Have a look at Andreas Martin's video up here, or here, whichever side I forgot to put it on, up here. And you'll see he does an incredible sausage making as well, right from the start like I've just done. Watch Andreas Martin up here. See you guys.